Hey yogis and yogis, welcome to Yogana. My name is Anna. Today we're going to be doing a flow for anxiety. So if you have a lot of stress or tension in your life right now, this is going to be a really awesome flow just to release a lot of that physical stress that we don't even realize we're holding in our bodies, and that lead to a lot of mental stress. So go ahead and hop onto your mats and we'll get started. So let's begin in a comfortable cross-legged seat. So we're just going to come to the fronts of the sits bones, move the glutes out of the way, and then just find a nice tall spine. So rolling the shoulders back, letting them sit down the spine, head nice and tall. We're just going to start with a little breathing technique to help balance out the breath in your brain, in your mind, and just find a sense of control within your breath. So go ahead and grab onto your right hand, lift it up off of your knee, and then turn that index finger and middle finger in towards the palm. So the ring finger, pinky finger, and thumb are still extended. We're going to find alternate nostril breathing. So we're going to imagine our breath is like a little rainbow going from nostril to nostril. So we're going to go ahead and close that left nostril with your ring finger. Inhale through the right nostril. Close that right nostril with your thumb. Exhale out the left nostril. Inhale through the left nostril. Close the left side and exhale out the right. Inhale that right side. Close with your thumb and exhale out the left side. 2 more times here. Inhale through the left side. Close. Exhale out the right. Inhale through the right. Close with the thumb. Exhale out the left. Inhale last time. Left side. Close and then exhale out the right. Good. Go ahead and release. Come back to that effortless breathing method, whatever floats your boat right now. Just in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then just eventually sealing the lips, just breathing in and out slowly through the nose. So just really finding some sense of grounding through your breath, some sense of control. Calming down the mind. The breath can be so powerful. Good, just knowing you can always bring that mind back to your breath in any stressful situation or any point during this practice if you feel a little unstable. Good, and then we'll just start to come back to our breathing and then bring those feet together. We'll find our first posture coming into butterfly pose. We're going to bring the bottoms of the feet together, knees out nice and wide, and then just find your edge here already before we even fold. So if that's a little too much on the hips, just bring the toes a little bit further forward. That'll release a lot of tightness and intensity in this posture. If you need a little bit more, bring those heels in close to the body. Good. So we'll grab onto the feet. Just inhale nice and tall. Relax the knees. Let them fall open. And then exhale. Pull yourself in towards your feet with your hands. Soften the elbows and let that heart hover over the feet. So you'll start to really feel a deeper opening in those inner hips. And our hips are especially where we hold, most of us hold a lot of tension. Just when you find yourself in stressful situations, you come inward. So you tense up the body, the hips go really tight in towards your body. So this can really already start to release a lot of stress. That low back starts to open up. Find your breath here and just see what comes to the surface. Maybe you start to feel physically relaxed. Maybe some things come up in the mind. Just see if you can become aware of those thoughts with no judgment. And just find your breath to ground you. Good, last deep breath here. Inhale, we'll start to lift the heart back up over the hips. And then extend that right leg, keep that left foot in. We're just gonna find head to knee. So bring that left foot in towards your right quad. And then again, just fronts of the sits bones, the glutes are moved out of the way. We'll inhale as we lengthen. Exhale as we square up the torso with that right leg, and then walk the hands down the leg. So keep that knee just a little bit soft so you're not overextending it. See if you can flex those toes just to get a little bit deeper into the hamstring and keep those shoulders down the spine. Breathing into the back of the knee, even a little bit into the hip. And inhale, we'll start to bring ourselves back up. Find a little twist before we come to the other side. So fly that left hand behind you. Right hand goes to the left knee. We'll lengthen as we inhale, and then exhale, press into that left knee as you start to twist open behind you. So maybe that gaze goes over the left shoulder, or maybe just right beside you. Feel that twist in the torso. And then exhale, release, come back through center. Swap the legs out so that right heel comes in, the left leg extends. We'll lengthen again as we inhale. Exhale as we square up with that left leg, and then walk the hands down. Soften the shoulders, flex that toe, and soften the knee. Just letting that heart hover over the knee wherever it lands. No forcing those hands down the legs, not worrying about if you can touch your toes. Wherever you are is perfect. Good, we'll start to inhale, walk the hands back up, find a little twist. So fly that right hand behind you, left hand to the right knee, and we'll lengthen. And then exhale, twist. Good. Next exhale, we'll unwind and then come to all fours. So spinning the legs behind you, knee is just underneath the hips, wrists underneath the shoulders, fingers spread wide. We'll find a couple cat-cows. So dropping the belly, gaze goes up, hips lift, shoulders down the spine. Exhale as we arch, find cat. Roll the shoulders in, chin comes to the chest. Inhale as we open. Exhale as we arch. Open one more time. Exhale. Cat. Good. Coming back to that tabletop posture, we're going to come into a crescent lunge. So we'll bring that left foot all the way through, plant it between both hands. Make sure that knee is not racing in front of the toes, so maybe inching those toes up a little bit further. We'll inhale the arms high, drop the hips low so that right hip is aiming towards the front still, and then we're just going to open up the heart. So exhale as we bend in the elbows, find 90 degrees, cactus arms, shoulders are rolled down the spine, heart opens up. This is another great release of tension in the heart if we hold a lot of stress in the chest. This is a really great posture to breathe into, feel nice and open, feel a lot of relief. Good, so nice intentional slow movements in this practice. Inhale, we'll take the arms back overhead, and then exhale, frame that front foot. From here, we're gonna move into a triangle posture. So we're gonna go ahead and tuck those right toes, lift up the knee, and then go ahead and straighten through that left leg as we step in with the right foot. Good, so feet are on two separate planks here. Nice distance here, not too wide, not too close. And then we're just gonna keep that left hand planted on the inside of the left leg. Open up with the right arm, and then keep your gaze down if you feel a little unsteady, or start to make your gaze up towards the ceiling to challenge your balance. Good, so the shoulders are in line here. You're almost like sliding between two panes of glass, so really flat with your body. Good, from here, take one final breath. And then exhale, close that right hand to meet the left. Soften through that left knee. Take a giant step in with the right foot. Find forward fold and hang out here for a moment. Inversions are really great for anxiety, a lot of stress. Just letting the blood rush to the head, just finding an opposite direction of gravity. Recycling all that blood in your body and all of the tension from being upright and from gravity all day. Just being on your feet. A lot of strain on all the muscles. Giving lots of release in the inversion. Shake out your head, yes and no. Make sure there's no tension in the head, the shoulders. Good, and then we're just gonna find a half lift for a moment. So we'll inhale, take the hands up the legs, find the tabletop with the back. And then exhale, release, take a giant step back with the left foot. So find that low runner's lunge here. Set up that right knee, make sure it's in line with the ankle, not racing in front of the toes. And then we'll drop that left knee, untuck the toes, inhale the arms high. Sink the hips really low. Exhale, open up, find cactus arms. Drop the shoulders, open up in the heart, and breathe. Good, on the next inhale, we'll take the arms high. And exhale, frame that right foot. Tuck those left toes, lift the knee, and then straighten gently through that right knee as we take a step in, just a small step with that left foot. Finding triangle on this side, keeping that right hand on the inside of that right leg, and then open up with the left arm. So gaze is going to go down towards the ground to stay grounded, or start to make your way up towards the ceiling very slowly. Stacking the shoulders, opening up in that left hip. Good, and then exhale, closing that left hand to meet the right. Soften through that right knee. Left foot comes up to meet the right. We'll inhale, circle sweep the arms high this time. Take the arms all the way overhead. Exhale, cactus arms again. So drop the elbows 90 degrees, shoulders down the spine, heart opens up. Nice tall spine, nice and open in the heart. Exhale, close the elbows together like a book, palms together, and then release the arms down beside you. Good, so we're gonna find a little balancing posture here. So go ahead and feel nice and grounded in the feet. Fix your gaze on something in front of you that's not moving. We'll make our way into tree pose. So palms can come together, a prayer center if that helps. We'll start to ground through that right foot. Open up in that left knee as we slightly bend in it, and then plant that left heel somewhere along the right leg. So toes can stay grounded, just pressing open that left knee, or start to make your way up the leg, just protecting that right knee. So if there's a lot of pressure with that foot in the right knee, just see if you can take your foot above or below the knee instead of right on it. Good, so pull that belly button in towards your spine so that you feel really strong in the core, nice and grounded with your balance. Take the arms all the way overhead, only if you feel steady, if that feels comfortable. Good. Again, just really great for anxiety, taking your mind off of all the million things that our minds wander off to and on to just finding balance and finding your breath. Good. Start to release the arms down beside you, roll the shoulders back, and then begin to bring that right knee in, slowly releasing the foot and shaking it out. Good. Switching sides, again, focusing your gaze on something that's not moving, grounding through the left foot this time, opening up in that right knee, keeping those toes grounded, or making your way up the leg, pressing that right knee open, protecting that left knee. Taking those arms overhead again, just to feel nice and big, really open and beautiful like a tree. Activating the core. And turning the corners of the mouth just slightly, finding a soft smile. And slowly bringing those palms back to prayer center. Bringing that knee back in and releasing the foot, shaking it out. Good, and making your way down to the mat. We'll inhale the arms high. Make your way up to the front of the mat if you're not already there. Exhale, fly the arms down, find forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step that right foot back, low runner's lunge. Left foot goes back to meet it. Find a high plank and lower down to your belly. If you want to find that little push-up, that chaturanga, or just drop the knees down and make your way down to your belly. It's totally up to you. Good. From here, we're going to find bow pose. So we're going to go ahead and start to bend in that right knee, bringing that heel in towards the glute, grabbing onto the foot with your right hand, staying grounded with that left hand just underneath the left shoulder. And then we're just going to start to lift ourselves up. So just finding half bow pose here. Good. Roll that right shoulder back. Lift that right quad up. And then slowly release. Drop down that right hand, release the right knee, and drop that right cheek down to the mat. Take a little breather. Notice your heart rate go up just from that simple posture. Opening up the heart. And then we'll find our way to the other side. Starting to lift up the head. Keeping that right hand planted, that left knee starts to bend, pulling that heel in towards the glute and reaching back with your left hand, starting to lift up that left quad, roll that left shoulder back. Breathing here. And then releasing. Letting that left cheek land, left hand, left leg extends. Good. So we'll go ahead and try a full bow pose. So we'll start to bend in both of the knees. Start to reach back with one hand, then the other. Grab onto both feet. Stay here or start to lift your heart up, lift those quads up. Find a deep back bend. Roll those shoulders back. Feel nice and open in the heart. Keep those knees in track as much as you can with the hips. And then slowly, without flinging, release. Stack the hands, extend the arms. Let the forehead fall down to the fingers, the knuckles, and shake out the hips side to side, releasing tension in the low back. Good. From here, we're just going to move into our final posture of legs up the wall. So just flipping yourself over, getting up close to a wall. We're just going to scoot the glutes as close as we can to the wall. and then start to take the legs up the wall. So if you need to make some adjustments here, those glutes are gonna meet the wall and the floor, and then those legs are just gonna settle somewhere along the wall. The knees can be soft slightly. The heels ground you. Hands can fall wherever they feel comfortable. I like to take them overhead, just again to feel open in the heart. Maybe even grab opposite elbows if that feels good. And then legs up the wall is always a really great posture for stressful situations. If you're in a place where you do find yourself in a stressful spot and you have the space to put your legs up the wall, this can really calm down the heart rate, calm down the breath, and just focus you back in, finding that place of peace inward rather than those external situations. So then not staying here forever, but as long as you need to, just really feeling that reverse pull of gravity on your legs, taking all the tension off of the feet, the ankles, the legs, the knees. So much good relief. Just staying here as long as you need to, being kind to yourself, and remembering you can always find your breath and find some sense of control in the stress. Thank you all so much for practicing with me. I hope you feel at peace and have a beautiful day. Namaste. If you enjoyed this video and feel great, please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the next flow.